Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to my class. Students, in yesterday's class, we completed the third chapter of your English supplementary book, Footprints Without Feet. And the name of the chapter which we completed is also Footprints Without Feet, which is written by H.G. Wells. So, students, I really found this chapter, I have really found this chapter quite interesting, and I'm sure that you people also have found this chapter quite interesting. But before we go ahead, we were left with this read and find out questions to be discussed. These three questions were left to be discussed. So we will discuss we will discuss these three questions in today's class and the textbook questions also. But before we discuss this, I would just like to give you a brief summary of this chapter. This chapter is about a scientist who had been experimenting on a very great discovery. He was experimenting that how can we make a man invisible, a human being invisible, and after failing for many times, he finally succeeded and he discovered a drug which can make a human body invisible. So, and he swallowed that drug and he became invisible. So he was a scientist, a brilliant scientist, no doubt about in that. But in his real life, in his personal life, his nature was he was a lawless person who doesn't believe in law, and that's why he set his landlord's house in fire. And just ran away from there without clothes, without home. He became a wanderer, a homeless wanderer without clothes, without money, and then he misuses his invention, misuses his discovery. He went into the big store of London. He stole clothes, shoes, food, and other accessories for himself without paying, and then he ran away from there. He had to run away from there and without clothes, we know. And then he became the a person who doesn't have any house, doesn't have money, doesn't have clothes, and then he again went into the theatrical company. He stole from there and then callously, very cruelly, बहुत ही निर्दयतापूर्ण तरीके से उस शॉपकीपर की भी हत्या कर देता सारी चीजें चुराने के बाद, and he took the money from there and he went to the Iping village. After reaching to the village, he booked 2 rooms for himself in an inn. Inn means which is a very small hotel. And then strange things started happening there because he was invisible. He was a lawless person, so he was using his great invention for his own advantages, for his own benefit. And then he stole money from the clergyman's desk. Then he hit the people, and he hit the constable. He hit Mrs. Hall, and her husband also throws them out of their room. And then he hits the constable, Mr. Jafar, and other people who were helping him to have a hold on him. And finally, he just he gives the invisible blows to everyone, and he runs away from there. So he misuses this great invention for his own benefits, not for the welfare of the mankind. He doesn't use this. He used it for him or for his own benefit. So it does prove that he was a selfish man and lawless man. So students, let's discuss the read and find out questions. These 3 questions were left, and I am sure that you all have understood the chapter very well, and you people have no doubt now, and you yourselves can find out these 3 answers of these 3 questions, but we will discuss. So the first question is, why does Mrs. Hall find the scientist eccentric? We have read this in the chapter. So Mrs. Hall को वैज्ञानिक अजीब सा लगता है, सनकी सा लगता है, क्यों? So the student answer of this question can be that, and we have read also that When the scientist reaches to Iping village and he booked 2 rooms in the Mrs. Hall's inn, she was the wife of the owner of that inn. So she tries to be friendly with him. She tries to have a friendship with him. She tries her level best, but the scientist, Mr. Griffin, clearly tells her that he has come here to be solitude, in search of solitude. एकांत ढूंढने आया है, and he shows no desire to talk with her, and he clearly tells her that he wants peace here, he wants solitude, and he doesn't want anyone to disturb him in his work. And because he used to keep his room shut and always locked, he doesn't talk with anyone. He didn't talk with anyone, and because Mrs. Hall tried her level best, but she was unsuccessful. So because of the scientist unfriendly nature and behavior, Mrs. Hall find that scientist eccentric, सन की सा लगते है, क्योंकि वो बहुत कोशिश करती है कि उससे दोस्ती कर ले, बट वो उससे बात करने में इंटरेस्टेड नहीं होता है, और उससे साफ साफ कह देता है कि वह शांति के लिए आया है और वो किसी का भी दखल अंदाजी उसके काम में बर्दाश्त नहीं करेगा. दैट्स व्हाई मिसेस हॉल फाइंड द साइंटिस्ट. अजीब सा व्यवहार होता है, इसलिए उसको सन की समझती है. द सेकेंड क्वेश्चन स्टूडेंट्स, what curious episode occur in the study of whom? Study of clergyman. पादरी जो वहाँ पे होता है उसके स्टडी रूम में क्या अजीब सी घटना होती है, बहुत ही unusual. Curious mean which is very different, बहुत उत्सुकता पूर्ण, जिसको लोगों को जानने की इच्छा हो. तो what happens? We have read this answer also in the chapter. So what happened one morning when the scientist reaches and books 2 rooms for himself in the small inn of Mrs. Hall in Iping village. So what happened one morning? The clergyman and his wife, they were sleeping, but they were awakened early in the morning because they heard the chink of money from their study room. They were sleeping on the upstairs on the first floor, and then they go down to check that, because they were awakened because they heard the chink of money. So they just go to their study room to check what happens, and with as we have read that clergyman had the stick in his hand, poker which we say, and he just flung the door. But if they heard the chink of money, so they thought that some thief has entered in the study room and he is stealing the money from the drawer. So when he just flung the door, means opened the door, to their amazement, means to their surprise, there was no one in the room, but still the drawer was open and the money was stolen. And they looked all over into the room, they looked behind the curtains, under the desk, and everywhere, each and every corner of the room they searched it, but they did not find anyone. But the drawer was open and the money was stolen, so they were very surprised. So this was the curious episode occurred in the study of clergyman. वो दरवाजा खोल के अंदर घुसते हैं, आवाज से उठ जाते हैं सुबह सुबह, लेकिन उनको फिर भी कोई नहीं दिखता है वहां पर रूम पर, लेकिन ड्रॉअर खोला गया था और पैसे भी चोरी हुए थे, इसलिए ये बहुत ही अजीब सी घटना हुई थी. क्यूरियस एपिसोड. What other extraordinary things happen at the inn? Now this question means that what are the other, this was the very strange thing happened in the study room. What other extraordinary things happen at the inn? Mrs. Hall's inn में और क्या अजीब सी असाधारण घटनाएं हुई? So let's discuss. There were few extraordinary things happen at the inn. The first thing, so we have just discussed in the second, and then the second extraordinary thing which we can say that, and we have read in the chapter also, that the furniture of Mrs. Hall's room where the scientist was staying, the furniture became alive, right? Mrs. Hall and her husband, they were awakened early in the morning, the same morning, and they saw that scientist room's door was wide open. In the normal and usually he used to close the door and shut the door and close from inside. And when they saw that the door was wide open, they just peeped into the room because they wanted to see what the scientist was doing, why he didn't want anyone to disturb him. So they just went inside the room, and what they saw, that everything was, in a messy position. The bandages which he was wearing, it was lying down on, and hat, whiskers, everything was spread everywhere. And the bed clothes, they were cold. That means he was awakened. And they suddenly, Mrs. Hall heard a sniff in close to her ear. उसके कान के पास उसको सांस लेने की आवाज सुनाई देती है. And after that, the furniture of the room, the things like we have read that the hat leaped up into the air. Leaped up means hat jumped from the bedpost and just dashed straight to her face. Second thing, the room's chair, Mrs. Hall's mother's chair, it became alive and it started springing into the air and just aimed towards the Mrs. Hall and her husband. And when they turned into the terror, we have read in the chapter, when they were scared and they turned towards the other side, it seemed like that the chair itself pushed them out of the room and slammed the door and closed it from inside. These were the things. Then another extraordinary things, when Mrs. Hall demanded from the scientist that what he had done with her room's furniture, with the chair of her mother, what he had done, and how he had appeared from a locked room. There was no one when they looked inside, and he is coming from that locked room. So how is that possible? Then scientist got furious and he said that you don't know me and you don't know who and what I am, so let me show you. I will show you. And he started removing all his bandages, and he started removing all his clothes and bandages, hat. He threw his bandages, he opened his bandages, he threw his hat, and everywhere he threw his hat, whiskers, glasses, and he started removing his clothes. So, and what the other people who were there, they saw, there was a bar in that inn also. So the people who were sitting in the bar, they saw a man without head, and he started removing clothes. So he started becoming invisible slowly. And the police constable was secretly informed, so he came, and when he saw that he had to catch a man, he had to arrest a man who doesn't have a head on his shoulder. So this was also extraordinary things. Then what happened when he tried to catch that man who was slowly becoming invisible? So when he tried to catch him, he just started removing his clothes, and finally a shirt flew into the air, and then he started receiving the blows from an invisible man whom he tried to hold, and other people also started removing the punches. So these were and finally he got a final punch on his head and he fainted, and the scientist ran away from there. The invisible man just ran away from there. And these were the extraordinary things happened at the inn. So students, if these questions come from in the word limits will be given if 20 to 30 words, so you can simply answer that why does Mrs. Hall find the scientist eccentric? Because of his unfriendly appearance, and because of his strange appearance and unfriendly nature and behavior, Mrs. Hall find the scientist eccentric. Or you can write that Mrs. Hall tried her level best to become friendly with the scientist, but he just did not show any interest in talking with her, and clearly told her that he doesn't want to be disturbed by anyone in his work. So this reason, if it is the 20 to 30 words or 30 to 40 words question, What furious episode? This is also you can write in short. And what other extraordinary things happen at the inn? You can mention that the Mrs. Hall and her husband found everything, lying down on the floor like bandages, had glasses, and the bedclothes were warm. Second, you can mention that the room chair, Mrs. Hall's room chair became alive. The chair pushed both of them outside the room and closed the door itself. Fourth, when the constable came, when fourth you can mention then when Mrs. Hall demanded the answers of the question that how can he come from inside from a लॉक्ड रूम, एक लॉक दरवाजे के अंदर से वो बाहर कैसे आ सकता है. देन ही बिकेम फ्यूरियस एंड ही रिमूविंग हिज बैंडेजेस एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स and he started becoming invisible. So if the word limit is given, according to that you have to answer. So these were the read and find out questions we have discussed. Now let's discuss the textbook questions which are given there. So the student textbook questions talk about it. The first question is, Griffin was rather a lawless person. Comment. So we have to discuss that. This question may come like this, that do you think Griffin was rather a lawless person? Obviously, we have read the chapter, and after reading the chapter, we come to know that Griffin, yes, he was a brilliant scientist, but in his nature was that he was a kind of person who was a lawless person. And there are many examples we can see because in this chapter. Like the first example of his lawless things which he had done in this story. The first thing that he set the house of his landlord on fire because he wanted to take revenge. Second, he went inside a big London store. He stole food, clothes, shoes, everything for himself without paying. Then he went inside a theatrical company and he again stole the things from there, money, shoes, dark glasses, hat, clothes, everything he stole from there. And after this, he just callously attacked the shopkeeper from behind and killed him, and he took the money from there. So this was the third thing. You can say the fourth thing, he went into the village Iping and he booked 2 rooms and he stole money from clergyman's desk. He attacked Mrs. Hall and her husband with their own furniture. He pushed them outside with the help of the chair. He became invisible again and again, and when the constable came to arrest him, because he was slowly becoming invisible, so he started hitting him with the blows, punches and all that. So this all incidents, and he finally ran away from there. He finally ran away from there and as an invisible form. So this shows that he was a lawless person. He discovered a wonderful achievement. He discovered a wonderful thing that how can that can make a man invisible, but he used it for his own benefit. So, and in place he used it for his own benefit. He did not use it for the welfare of the mankind. He did not help the people, he did not help the society, he did not help the nation. He didn't go to the government and told them that I have discovered this wonderful thing. So he was a lawless person, obviously. Second question, students, how would you assess Griffin as a scientist? हम एक साइंटिस्ट के तौर पर ग्रिफिन को कैसे एनालाइज करेंगे, कैसे उसका निरीक्षण करेंगे, क्या कहेंगे एज अ साइंटिस्ट के बारे में? सो द आंसर ऑफ दिस स्टूडेंट कैन बी दैट there is no doubt that he was a brilliant scientist. Yes, of course, there is no doubt, because he had discovered, उसने एक ऐसी चीज की खोज की थी जो इंसान को गायब कर सकती थी. He discovered a drug which can make a man invisible, totally invisible. So and that invention could have helped the people in a large amount, could have helped the society in a large amount, the nation in a large amount. If he had given his discovery, his achievement to the government, he would have helped people. He would have helped police to catch the criminals. He would have helped to the nation. He would have helped. He would have helped to catch the terrorists, find out their activities, spoil their plans. These things he could have done if he would have a good man. But as we have read in the chapter that he was a lawless person. Just previous question we have discussed, he was a lawless. His basic nature was that he did not believe in law. He set the house of his landlord on the fire. He stole money, clothes, everything from the London store, theatrical store in London. Then he went into the village there also. So what we come to know from this, we come to know that yes, he is a brilliant scientist, but if he had a good science, he was not a good man by nature. He was a lawless person, because if a scientist is a good man too, he would discover such thing. Like if we are a scientist and we would discover such things, we would definitely help mankind if we are a good person. But he was a lawless person, so he used his great invention for his own benefit, advantages, and for his own personal gains. We know what he did. But a true scientist would, if he would discover such things, he would help mankind. He would help people, society, his own country, the whole world. If he was a true scientist, he would have helped people. He would have helped police, his poor people, country, army, police, navy, everything. He would have done wonders with this. But he was a lawless person, so he used this invention for his own personal benefits. So for us, or for how would we assess, so what I would assess, that he was a lawless person. He is a scientist. He was not a true scientist. If he had been a true scientist, he used this invention for the welfare of mankind, not for the welfare of his own personal benefits. So these two were the think about questions. Now talk about it. The first question: would you like to become invisible? What advantages and disadvantages do you foresee if you did? See, it is quite an interesting question. क्या आप गायब होना चाहोगे? Of course, everyone would want to become an invisible person, because then he or she can do wonders, And what advantages and disadvantages do you foresee? क्या लाभ होंगे और क्या उसके हानियां होंगी अगर आप ऐसा कर सकते हैं? अगर if you did, see, students, it is up to the person. If a person is good in nature, he is a good person, so he would definitely, or she would definitely, that person would definitely help other people. He will not do like the scientist did in this chapter, Mr. Griffin. He just used this discovery. After becoming invisible, he just fulfilled his own desires, which were also not good. So if a good person will become invisible, he would definitely use this for the welfare of mankind. He would help people. He would help poor people. He would help police to catch criminals. He would help other scientists by sharing this idea so that they can also make. He would help the army, navy, air force, all the defense forces, armed forces to catch the terrorists and all that. But if this would be the advantages, I guess. But if the disadvantages, you would talk. You are invisible, nobody can see you, nobody can talk with you, and if you are talking with someone, he would find strange, the other person would find strange that whom he is talking to or she is talking to, because they cannot see you. First disadvantage. The second disadvantage would be like, animals, they have the power to see the invisibles, so they can after us, like dogs, like bulls like cats, all they can after us, so it would be difficult for us. The third disadvantage is, I would say that if we want to wear our favorite clothes and all these things, so we cannot, if we wear it, because on face you cannot wear, like you will have to cover your face with bandages and all those things, whiskers, dark glasses, to give to give your upper portion, above shoulder portion, a proper look, like Griffin was giving himself, covering himself with the bandages, glasses, big whiskers and all that things. So this would be the disadvantages, I guess. Are there forces around us that are invisible? For example, magnetism. Are there aspects of matter that are invisible or not visible to the naked eyes? What would be the world be like if you could see such forces or such aspects of matter? Student, these are totally scientific based. Answer would be based on science. So are there forces around us that are invisible? Of course there are, like they have given one example, magnetism. You cannot, चुंबकीय शक्ति को आप महसूस कर सकते हो लेकिन देख नहीं सकते हो. And same with the gravitational force, you can see but you can't, you can feel but you cannot see or touch. But it is there. They are there. You cannot see air. It is there. Air is there, but you cannot. You can feel air. You can feel magnetism. You can feel gravitational force, but you cannot see them or you cannot touch. Like we are touching the board. You cannot touch gravitational force. You cannot touch magnetism. You cannot touch air. Right? What would happen? What would be the world be like if you could see such forces or such aspects of matter? I think if we can see such forces, then we can definitely touch them if we can see them. So as human tendency, human would want to, have a control over them. They would use them for their own benefits and for the people benefits, and all these things would happen if we can see them, those we can't see and touch. So if we can see and touch air, gravitational force, magnetism, so obviously we would think that if we can see them, touch them, let's make them for our use. Do something that they will be, we can use them for our own benefits. हम उन्हें अपने इस्तेमाल कर सके, उनका यूज कर सके अपने फायदे के लिए, तो हम ऐसा चाहेंगे. The next question, third one. What makes glass or water transparent? What is the scientific explanation for this? Students, this question, so you must discuss with the science teacher, because they have asked what is the scientific explanation for this. I think that glass or water are transparent because they don't have particles. जो सूक्ष्म कण होते हैं वो ठोस नहीं होते उनमें, जिसकी वजह से we can see through them. Nobody can see through us except God, I believe, because or X-ray machine and something like that. But with the naked eyes, we cannot see through our body or another person's body. Do you think it would be scientifically possible for a man to become invisible or transparent? I guess that scientists I think for many years, maybe more than 50 or 100 years, they have been working on this, but so far nobody is succeeded in that. So I hope that in coming future, maybe scientists would discover something what our scientist, Mr. Griffin had discovered in this chapter. So maybe in coming future, our scientists or the scientists around the world, they will discover something like this. Keep in mind that the writers of science fiction have often turned out to be prophetic in their imagination. So students, we have discussed these three think about it questions and to talk about it questions. Now think about it and talk about it questions, and read and find out questions. So we have discussed all the questions, what their possible answers could be or can be. We have discussed all. I hope now you people have no doubt about this. Yes, some questions can come which are not given in this, but we will discuss some in some other day. And if in next class we will discuss the summary, we will discuss title, message of the chapter as well. So that's it for today, students, but I want you all to read the chapter again and do this read and find out questions. Means two questions in the starting and 3 in the middle, then 5 questions, and then this think about it question. Both questions I want you people to do it in the fair notebook and talk about it. We just have discussed, so don't do it in fair notebook. Just do the read and find out questions 3 to 5 and 2 7, and these two. Think about it. So 7 questions you have to do in your fair notebook. Revise the chapter, go through the word meanings which I have already told you. So that's it for today. Thank you very much.